Hey yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Private Ryan Gameplays. It's me, Private Ryan, welcoming you for another small mini podcast that I'm gonna be churning out today regarding the Microsoft and Bethesda E3 presentation. So I'm a firm believer that Microsoft in the long run in this generation with the Xbox Series X and S will surely beat the PS5. So that's a bold proclamation. Although I'm a Sony PlayStation fan, I'm gonna say this. My main big reason why I think Microsoft will beat Sony in the end game, because Microsoft has endless money and resources, guys. Imagine buying all those 26 big IPs and studios, including Bethesda, with all the hopes and plans of gaining all those fans to cross over to the Microsoft Xbox ecosystem. And largely enough, they are also top of the line when it comes to streaming games, especially with their Xbox Game Pass. Now remember, on E3, Microsoft showcased 30 big games in the next 2 years. So these big AAA titles and indie titles that are announced, around 20 of them will be for 2022 up to Q3 of 2022, but the top 7 will be for 2021. And the thing that separates this, that makes Sony backs out of the E3 convention, is 27 of those 30 titles will be live day one to Xbox Game Pass, especially for those users that are long-time Game Pass believers. You will get these games free for day one on the day it's released. Imagine that. I think my subscription to PS Plus from Sony is a little bit dwarfing compared to this gigantism of power and great games brought to you by the Xbox Game Pass. So at the Xbox and Game Pass Game Showcase, Microsoft announced an impressive game lineup for their Xbox consoles. The video game giant showcase, like what I said, 30 new titles, and the frontlining the two titles is Forza Horizon 5 and Battlefield 2042. So out of those 30 titles, 27 will be available for the Xbox Game Pass service. Imagine that, Game Pass, guys. Moreover, most of the upcoming gaming titles from Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda Softworks will be available for Game Pass subscriber on the day of release itself, including the much awaited and highly delayed year-on-year Halo Infinite and Psychonauts Part 2, Party Animals, Atomic Heart, and The Ascent, added by Microsoft. However, Starfield and Redfall will exclusively be available on Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X console only, and PC. So some of these games will not be cross-platform, especially Starfield and Redfall. I remember playing these games back in the 90s, guys. So by expanding the roster of the games available on the Game Pass with Bethesda Edition, Microsoft is looking to boost its competitive stance against the likes of Nintendo and Sony. Of course, you know Nintendo has their own niche. They're looking toward to beat the family-centric Game Pie, while Sony is the direct competitor of Microsoft. Head on, guys, head on. Remember that Microsoft completed the acquisition of Bethesda, the parent company of Cinemax Media, in a cash deal. Remember, this is a cash deal, not stocks, not bonds, guys. The deal is worth near $8 billion. This just happened March of this year. The takeover boosts the number of in-house development studios from 23 going to 32 for Microsoft, guys. So the number of studios that they brought doubles Sony's for now. So imagine that. You can never beat Microsoft when it comes to raw power of money. So the only way that Sony will either continue their streak is to provide us gamers, their fans, titles that we really want, and they should listen to us, or else a lot of you guys will jump ship to Xbox, especially Game Pass. Once the 5G rollout will happen in the next 2 to 3 years, I think this is it. Microsoft Game Pass is gonna be unbeatable because they have the servers. Microsoft have the servers. Only Google and Microsoft have these multiple data servers that can stream games, and Sony doesn't have this resource. Sony will sometimes close stores because they don't have the bandwidth to give streaming to their players and gamers. So that's my idea, guys. Let me know down below if you disagree or you agree. Let's have a discussion. I answer all comments, especially now that we are just bit above 100. I have also announced the winner from our Nintendo giveaway or PlayStation giveaway. If she is a gamer, it's a girl, guys. Imagine only 15% of my viewers are female, and the randomizer picks a girl. I've already reached out to her to reach me at my contact page. I have my email there. I have my PSN, so add me up, guys, if you want to join my PlayStation network to be my friend. I play on the weekends mostly, Asian time at around 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. is my peak hours. With that said, listen to me on my podcast as well. I got the Juicery podcast show. They'll be sponsoring a couple of my videos soon, and I'm going to be uploading this podcast to my own podcast, personal podcast, the Private Ryan Gameplay podcast. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. Please be here next time, so like and subscribe, and see you in the comments. Bye bye.